Today, I feel incredibly overwhelmed with not only all the things going on in my life, but all the things I know I'm going to have to do to get where I want to be in life. Now, I'm not trying to, elicit pity. I'm just trying to talk through this because I know that there are probably other people going through this. This is the Life Reset Collective. This is the channel where we offer practical hope, encouragement, empathy, understanding, and even practical steps to people who need to perform a life reset. I myself have been through 2 complete life resets, so I have unique insight into this, and that's why I started this channel. A life reset is characterized by a lot of different things, but mostly it's characterized by like starting over. So you get to a certain point in life, and for some reason you have to start over. This could be due to divorce. This could be due to an illness diagnosis. It could be due to just changes in life. It could be due to losing your job, losing your home. There are many reasons why someone may have to start over. You may be moving to a new place. Now, my life resets were both due to divorce, but that's not the only reason, that someone may go through life reset. You may have your own reasons for going through it. A lot of humans aren't going to understand what you're talking about when you talk about a life reset, because if they haven't been through it, and especially if they haven't been through something like what you've gone through or like what you're going through, then they're not going to understand. They're not going to have that empathy. They're not going to have that understanding that you are going through a very hard thing, and that, you're not just being a complainer. It's actually difficult. It's actually really hard. I have a lot of empathy for people who need to start again because I understand how hard it is. And today I just want to talk through something that I think a lot of people don't understand unless they've been in it. And if you're going through it, well, this video is for you, and I just want to share this a little bit. I am doing work right now that I need to do in my life just to pay the bills, to feed my dogs, and to keep life moving forward. I have to keep moving forward. During 2025, not only did I go through divorce, but I got laid off from my job, and I decided to switch careers. I was in digital marketing as a project manager. I decided to walk away from the agency work because I was tired of being laid off, tired of projects ending and them saying, sorry, we don't need you anymore, and cutting me from the team, things like that. I was tired of letting other people dictate my paycheck. So I decided to become completely a solopreneur. I actually built a YouTube channel and then built a pro D&D, running D&D games off that YouTube channel business. So I am currently a solopreneur. And this is how I'm paying my bills. And this has been my best month yet, and it's going well. But I will admit, I have to work a lot of hours just to make ends meet. So it's like, as a solopreneur, it's like there's a part of my work that I do for a job. And then there's the part of my work that I'm doing building the business I want to run in the future, which is a YouTube-based business, right? And I have many different YouTube channels that I work on. But today, I'm behind. I have housework that needs to get done. It's like yesterday I spent a couple hours doing all my laundry for the week, but that was just one little dent in the whole aspect of trying to keep my house in order. My kitchen needs to be cleaned. My living room needs to be cleaned. My dogs need a bath. There are so many things that I have to do. And yet, I've been working since 1 a.m. this morning. I worked from 1 a.m. to noon doing, like I said, work stuff. And then I tried to sleep, and now I'm spending time working on my business. Me making videos for YouTube is part of my business that I want to build for myself in the future. And I'm going to barely get enough time to get this work in. This work has to be done. If I do not put work into my business for the future, I will not have a business in the future. So it's a necessity. But I'm going to work on this as late as I can. Early tomorrow, I have to get up again and, get back to the daily grind. Yes, I'm working for myself, which is awesome, and I'm not complaining. I'm just talking through this. But I am so caught in not having enough time to do all of the work that needs to get done in my life. I am very grateful that I'm getting ahead in money now. I'm very grateful that my solopreneur endeavors have brought me to a place where I'm actually earning more than I need to survive. And so I'm able to start, doing maintenance on my financial life in the wake of my divorce last year. However, it is very difficult to look around me at a house that needs work, to look at, animals that need care. And that's another thing, is I have to prioritize the dogs. So I'm probably even going to have to put a dent in work to take care of the dogs, giving them the bath they need, because it's summertime, they get itchy, they need a bath. So, we prioritize what we have to, but it feels overwhelming. It feels like I'm never going to get ahead. Now, I know that's not true. And that's kind of the light message here. That's the good message here. You will get ahead if you keep working for it, if you keep moving forward. Believe it or not, there are some days during the week when I do catch up, especially on like Thursday and Friday. I do have more time and I do catch up on things. But, my hardest days are like Mondays, which is the day that I'm filming this. I'm trying to do everything that needs to be done every day. There isn't enough time in the day. My time can't spread across to everything. This makes it feel like I'm falling further behind. This makes it feel like I am not doing a good enough job. This makes it feel like I'm going to fail in the future. Now, I do not believe any of these things are true. And if you feel behind today, if you have so many things to do, if you have so much to catch up on, if you are so behind in life because you've had to go through a life reset or 2 or 3, you might be thinking some of these things. But today, the message that I want to give you is, it's very important for you to be kind to yourself. It's very important for you to understand that even though you may feel behind right now, the truth is you're probably doing the best you can with the time you have, with the money you have. I am going to sit down after I make this video and make myself a to-do list for tomorrow that will help me to prioritize all the important things that I need to do, that I need to get done. This is going to help me not only make a plan for how I want to use my time and resources tomorrow, but it'll also help me to feel better about my future, because I will see that there is a plan and I'll know that if I follow it, I'll be on the right track. For me, this is a technique that works really well, and it really helps me in my life. It helps me to feel better. It helps me to actually get more done. Working out is another thing. I feel so behind on my fitness, guys. I was doing really good. I was on hardcore keto. Then I took a break from keto because I kind of really plateaued out. But, I need to get back into something. I've decided to start meal prepping, watching calories, and then working out more. And I haven't started that routine. I decided to do that a week ago, and I still haven't started it. Why haven't I started it? It's because life just feels like it's kicking my butt every day with so much to do. I feel like I cannot get a break between doing the work I need to do to pay my bills, working on my businesses for the future, taking care of my dogs, trying to be a good friend, trying to be a good father, trying to be a good business owner. I mean, God forbid I get to clean my house and spend an afternoon doing that. I feel like I get to do that maybe once a month, that I actually get caught up enough that I can spend an afternoon cleaning my house. Is just constantly behind in everything. I'm only one person. I do have wonderful people in my life who help me. I have wonderful people who sometimes come over to my house and they'll see that the dishes need to be done and they'll do them for me. I sometimes have wonderful people who come over to the house and let the dogs out and watch them outside, play with them outside while I'm working, because they know the dogs need, to be played with. I'm so fortunate and grateful to have wonderful people in my life who help me with things. But the truth is that, I cannot rely on those people to catch me up, because it's not their job. It's not their problem. I accept the help very gratefully, but I'm not going to basically plan them into it being like, oh, well, if all of you just keep doing things for me, I'll get ahead. Maybe that's true. Maybe if I could hire a housekeeper, but I can't hire a housekeeper because I'm behind on the money. I mean, I'm not behind on money. Like I'm catching up on money. But the reason I'm catching up on money is because I'm spending 8, 9, 10 hours a day on the work that generates money. But then I need to be spending 3, 4, 5 hours a day building the business of my future so that I can continue to get ahead, because that's what got me here, building the business. And what I'm saying is that, like, sometimes there cannot be balance. There just isn't enough to go around sometimes. So my house will go for a few days without getting cleaned. My laundry will go a few extra days without getting done, and it just starts to pile up. And my workspace will get cluttered because I'm not very good at like cleaning as I go, and I don't work out. And I just eat between working things and probably not as healthy as I should. And here we are, guys. Here we are. Now, I'm not trying to get down on myself. I'm trying to talk about this in a very authentic way, because I think it's really important for you to know that if you feel this way, you are not the only one. You are not the only one. I think a lot of people, when they see me in my everyday life, they think I'm someone who has it all together. I think they think that I am someone who's very aggressively responsible and competent at like getting work done, prioritizing, making things happen. And I think that that's true. But that doesn't mean that I never get behind. That doesn't mean that I never feel behind. I feel behind every day, especially in the wake of these 2 life resets that I've gone through. One of them was last year, my divorce. I feel more behind than ever. I'm also more motivated than ever to get caught up. But some days I look at just the sheer amount of work that has to be done. I walk through my house and I see the mess in the kitchen. I see the laundry that needs to be done. I see the dogs need care. They need to be taken out. They need to be fed. They need their kennels cleaned. They need baths. And I see they need time and attention. And then I am getting texts from my friends who need me and they want to spend time with me. And I have just messages just piled to the ceiling in my inbox from work clients, about this and that, wanting to talk, needing my attention, wanting my attention, and those aren't even necessarily messages that I get paid for, though. That's more like marketing, trying to build for the future. And then I've got content to make. And it's like, there's 24 hours in the day. I've got 48 hours of work to do, and I'm going to have to find some time to sleep. Of course, I'm going to be behind. You are not the only one who feels this way. And as I'm talking about this, I have to have compassion for myself and say, it's okay. It's okay if I'm behind a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a to-do list. I'm going to forgive myself today for not getting everything done I needed to do. I'm doing the best I can. I'm rebuilding my life from the ground up after a very hard situation, hence the life reset. And I am succeeding. It's just taking some time, as it does. And we have to go one foot in front of the other. I'm going to make myself a to-do list for tomorrow. I'm going to plan my day tomorrow to try to get the things done that I need to get done so that I can rest easy tonight and not get down on myself tonight and not feel overwhelmed tonight as I try to go to bed and get sleep. And I'm going to set my alarm to get up nice and early tomorrow after a good night's sleep to try to get things done. And that's how we do it. It's just one step at a time. There's no way to get it all fixed tonight. There's no way to get it all caught up tonight. There is no way to catch up after such a big life reset in one day or 1 month or even 1 year. There is no way to do it. So today, if you feel overwhelmed, today, if you feel like there's just so much to do and you feel like you're not getting enough done and you're not being kind to yourself about it, I would encourage you to be kind to yourself. I would encourage you to try to be understanding with yourself and to try to give yourself a little grace. And even if you haven't done a very good job, there are elements of this process that I haven't been very good at, right? But I also can't get down on myself about those things. I have to look ahead to tomorrow. I have to look ahead to my next chance. And I have to think, what could I do better tomorrow? And I just make a little step forward. And we just go one step at a time, one step at a time. That's how we begin to climb the mountain to get out of the pit that we fell into because of the disaster that led to the life reset. And if we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and then we're going to slide back down, and it's going to suck, and it's going to be demoralizing, and it's going to feel hopeless. But if we just keep going, one foot in front of the other, just one step, and then another step, we can make it out. We can make it to the top, and we can get to that better life, that better chapter on the other side. Now, I believe we can do this. This is what I am doing, and I believe this for you as well. Please do not give up. You have what it takes. Let's do it together. Please be encouraged, my friends. You will be okay. You will get caught up. It'll be okay. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. My name is Josh. This is the Life Reset Collective. Thank you for coming back for another episode. I will see you wonderful people on the next one.